All right, so now that we have form, again, this is where you can either redraw this or take a piece of paper and kind of trace it and then do it again, or just do it directly onto your line drawing. So same thing, I'm going to draw cone shape for the stem, and then off of the cone shape, if I didn't have that circle shape to start off with, I would have no idea where these lines should be curving and going around. So that's why it's so important that you start with those basic shapes with whatever it is you're drawing, because they really guide you in the drawing. Otherwise, if I just started putting my pen down and trying to figure out how to draw this pumpkin and just starting randomly somewhere, it would be a disaster, because I used to draw like that and it kind of was a disaster. And then we've got our shadow kind of coming out. Okay, so now that we kind of resketched this in, just trying to go over my lines so I feel like they're pretty good. We've got our light source. Now we go into adding the values. Now this is where they're gonna get a little bit different. Since we have on this sphere parts of it kind of bumping out and then bumping back in, it has like a curved shape in each of these kind of rivets that come out. We have to add that into the shading. So we're gonna still start with, we've got our highlight over here. So I'm still gonna keep that kind of right there, and then add maybe a highlight over here too. But notice the highlight is getting split already because it's gonna be on two of these parts of the pumpkin, and they're not connected like they were up in the tomato because it's not smooth. We have a rivet in between there that we have to put in. I'm also going to do a little bit of a highlight on the stem, and then I'm just going to fill in the rest of our pumpkin. Okay, so that was just my N2. So now I'm going to my N4. Now, usually this is where we start kind of adding in our mid values, and we still are going to do that in here. We still got this happening with our light hitting on this. It's just going to be, we're going to have a little bit more added into it. So I'm still going to kind of come down and add in. And over here, I'm going to add a little bit of reflected light. So I'm leaving a little space right there, not a ton, but a little. And I'm keeping the shadow in kind of a sphere shape. See how it's kind of being arced just like we did, but I'm kind of treating these, you treat each of these individually and together. So you're kind of thinking both right now. That's why this gets a little bit more trickier than just the tomato. And I'm also going to add some darker value behind this stem. So now we're going to transfer to our N6, and we're going to start adding in our core shadow in here. So again, I'm going to kind of follow along add a little dark value to the edge of that stem. I'm going to go back to my 4, and I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow kind of coming behind from this stem that's sticking up. That would kind of naturally cast a shadow onto the pumpkin. Okay, let's add in our cast shadow, and then we're going to talk about where we need to add some more shadow into this pumpkin. And then I'm even going to add a little bit of this really dark value, my N, on the back of that stem and just a little bit pulled out. All right, now we're going to go back to our 6, and we need to start adding some values into kind of these rivets of the pumpkin. And so we're going to add a dark value kind of going up. Not so much. I'm going to do a little bit right here, a little bit on this side, and some over here. I'm not really going to add a whole lot over here, just a little bit on that one, a little bit on this one, since our light is hitting right there. But I am going to now kind of add this a little bit of the ways up on these ones that are starting to turn away from the highlight. And then I'm going to go back to my 4. So I wanted to kind of show you starting out in this, but we kind of have to modify it, because then we're having these individual shapes that we're looking at on here. And then I'm even probably going to add in my darkest value on here, a little bit over in here. I'm going to get that with my 2N. So we're still keeping that reflected light in there. And that's kind of this, how I would shade that in. You could even come and use the 2N just to kind of blend this in a little bit more so it's not quite so choppy. With the markers, I feel like it's easy to fill in, but it is a little bit more choppy versus if you use paint, you just get a smoother application. But this is a little bit, again, more trickier just because you're having those parts that kind of come in and come out with each section of it. Now, we're going to still transfer this and put it into the composition as well. So next up is going to be composition.